to rising stars and outliers borrowing from the ASAP mob school of ignoring borders converge at the top of the bill here, and in the process kick off a week packed with prime rap and beyond. Kid Cutie brings the curtain down on the week Wednesday at the same edgy of town spot. Lil Uzi Vert's a powder keg diva whose rapid delivery earned him his stage name in this year a #1 album in the glossy Love Is Rage 2. Playboi Carti's a little less intense, but had an almost equally winning 2017. The two, from Philly and Atlanta respectively, have collaborated before and are hinting at bigger things together to come. For now, this'll do fine, enough to sell out the joint and likely make for a finale together. Thursday, Rebel, doors 7 p.m. Tash Sultana Jungle Melbourne native Tash Sultana is a one-time busker and full-time DJ virtuoso who hasn't released a full album yet. That's apparently coming next year. Until then, she'll just keep on blowing up, including this show originally scheduled for the Opera House then moved to the bigger Danforth, where it quickly sold out. Her homemade YouTube recordings, including breakthrough single Jungle, showcase her loopy song-building mad guitar skills and informality. She adds a trumpet and an array of synths, drum pads and pedals for the road and presto, a one-woman band who in her first show here is pick of the week. Thursday, Danforth Music Hall, doors 7 p.m. METZ Cellophane. When it came time for last call at the dear departed Silver Dollar last spring, local noise and mirth makers METZ were called in by sharp-eared promoter Dan Burke to do the honors and light the celebratory dynamite. They bring it big, for sure, and now that they've hit the third album mark with September 22 release Strange Peace, how they go from here will be a story to follow, though loudly is a given. A little less direct than the headliners, but with the same sort of power, Montreal's Psych Master Soons get the prime supporting slot both nights, just as they did ushering in the Dollar's final weekend. This will be a survivor's night out that ought to carry a tinnitus warning. Friday and Saturday, Lee's Palace, doors 8:30 p.m. Roger Waters, the last refugee at age 73 Waters is into another round of touring that clings faithfully and lucratively to the Pink Floyd songbook and branding. The difference here is that unlike previous stops built around Floydian opuses The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon, he brings a little of his own with him. Is This the Life We Really Want? It's called, his first collection of new stuff in 25 years, and sure to cue a run for the hockey rink slew. The rest of the System tour goes broadly around the catalog and applies an anti-Trump finish to the Floating Pigs, part of the usual stunning visual accompaniment. It's all worked before. No solo tour has ever done better box office than Waters' The Wall, and it'll wow him again, including an October 13 return. Monday and Tuesday, Air Canada Centre, 8 p.m. Sung Oiblues Sahara 5 years removed from their beginnings playing for fellow refugees in Mali's capital Bamako, they're maturing rapidly into one of the most formidable guitar rock bands on the planet. So it figures, anyway, off the past couple years of touring the world, and so it sounds on second LP Resistance, a little of their Desert Blues foundation pushed further back in favor of thick funk grooves, a psychedelic haze, and even an Iggy Pop cameo, among others called in. Iggy ain't here thanks be but the foursome are, a serious piece of business who scorched the walls of the tiny garrison only time in here before. They're well placed to raise alarms again. Tuesday, Mod Club, doors 8 p.m. Alex Cameron Candy May the Aussie Cameron brings a lot to Forced Witness, a collection of ironic pop that matches catchy melodies and sharp words with equally barbed hooks, paired with his electro-pop debut Jumping the Shark. It's the sort of budding catalog and sound that might well end up filling much larger spaces someday. That includes theaters too, because Posturing and Swagger are other pieces of the deceptively deep puzzle. This landing at the Garrison is a little less grand than a hall or stadium, all the better to get up close for this first introduction here. Wednesday, Garrison, doors 8 p.m.